Do you know why people treat each other so violently, so aggressively? I found something written by somebody, and I thought I need to share it here with all of you, all the people who are connected with me on this platform. So, this piece that I'm reading is from the book The Celestine Prophecy by James Redfield. So, this is an entire book, but I'm reading you an excerpt from that book. And here it goes. Looking at why humans treat each other so violently. We have always known that this violence comes from the urge humans feel to control and dominate one another. What happens inside a human being that makes him want to control someone else? We humans seek to outwit and control each other, not just because of some tangible goal in the outside world, but because of a psychological lift. Sometimes it's also uh, a sadistic pleasure that we get when we see others, uh, being bullied, if I can say, emotionally by us, that gives us a kick. So that is the demon within us, the devil within us, the toxic shadow part of ourselves, which enjoys the misery, the agony, the suffering of the oppressed. So I'll repeat the last line. We are trying to achieve, but because of a psychological lift that we get, we always try to treat the other person with a certain bit of brashness, roughness, or violence. And the violence could be physical or emotional. This is the reason we see so many irrational conflicts. So it is the superiority complex, the superiority feeling that I am better, I am the standing a higher ground, and we see the other person who is probably the weaker in the equation, and we bully, emotionally torment the other person, leading to a conflict. If that timid person is indeed weak, then that person would subdue and surrender in front of you. But if the other party is strong enough and retaliates and responds in equal voice, then we are going to have an ensuing battle, a clash of titans, if I can say. So the root reason for majority of conflicts, if not all, is our super inflated egos and the, what should I say, falsely located sense of self. We are so possessed of ourselves. We feel we are so important, so superior, like I just said, a higher ground, that we see the other party, the weaker one, the more timid one. And then we try to judge the other person, change the other person, not realizing that in a relationship, in a healthy, harmonious relationship, we just need to accept the other person as he or she is. That is a beautiful, well balanced, compatible, high vibe relationship. If only that could come true. It is there. I have seen a lot of people having beautiful, compatible, harmonious, soul nurturing kind of relationships, but it's still a very rare, sporadic sight. So, if we can take a cue from this writing, we would learn that if you could only give the other person the benefit of doubt, if you could only be a little more kind and compassionate and accept the person instead of expecting all the time, the world and the relationships would be far more fulfilling and harmonious for all of us. Hope it helps. Bye. Take care.